Midnight in the East China Sea, 180 meters beneath a raging typhoon, the JMSDF Soryu-X class submarine JS Ōryū prowls like a black shark. No periscope wake betrays her, no active sonar ping gives her away. Inside the sail, 4 vertical launch tubes cycle open with a soft click. 4 F-35B unmanned combat air vehicles, call sign Raijin, slide out one by one. Propellers fold, wings snap into place, solid fuel boosters ignite, and in 30 seconds they punch through the surface, vanishing into the storm at Mach 1.2. The Ōryū never breaks silence. Japan just turned a submarine into an underwater aircraft carrier, and nobody saw it coming. This wasn't some anime fantasy. This was 20 years of quiet fury after Beijing branded the Senkakus a core interest in 2013. Tokyo vowed never again to be the kid cowering behind Article 9. So they built the impossible. 6 months earlier, satellite photos caught a massive covered dry dock at Kure shipyard, big enough for something longer than a Virginia class. Intel dubbed it Project Tengu. The Soryu-X isn't just a diesel boat on lithium steroids. She's a 4,200-ton stealth carrier that can loiter 45 days on a single tank. The secret sauce is a 35-meter pressure-resistant hangar grafted between sail and hull, plus 4 telescopic launch tubes angled at 38 degrees Ohio-class geometry in a smaller package. The drones, Lockheed Skunk Works, stripped the cockpit from F-35B airframes, slapped in an AI trained on 400,000 hours of JASDF sorties, and gave each Raijin 2 internal AGM-158C3 anti-ship missiles with 1,800-kilometer range, sea-skimming, zero radar cross-section. One drone can erase a Type 055 destroyer before the crew finishes morning tea. The target this time was planned destroyer CNS Lhasa, 13,000 tons of arrogant steaming figure-8s around the Senkakus. Mission: shadow her for 72 hours. Map every radar emitter, every comms node, every toilet flush. Ōryū parked 40 nautical miles astern at 190 meters, hiding in the Layer 3 thermocline where Chinese active sonar goes blind. Every 6 hours, a Raijin popped up, loitered at 50,000 feet on one engine, and vacuumed SIGINT like a digital Hoover. Data streamed home via laser comms bounced off Japan's stealth microsat constellation launched under weather research cover. 0 RF emissions. Beijing never heard a whisper. At hour 48, China got cocky. Lhasa's captain played chicken, steamed straight for Watsuri Island, and planted a PLA Navy flag on the rocks, live-streamed on Weibo. The Diet in Tokyo erupted. The Prime Minister stormed into the bunker under Mount Akagi and barked, "Show them the new rules." Then this happened. At 0300 local, all 4 Raijin climbed to 60,000 feet and flipped on active AESA radars in full burn. Every screen aboard Lhasa screamed ghost contacts at 12 o'clock, closing 900 knots. The captain screamed for HQ-9s. Too late. The drones jinked, dropped to 50 feet, and ripple-fired 8 AGM-158C3s. Missiles skimmed the wave tops, popped up at 40 miles, and dove straight into Lhasa's VLS cells, loaded with inert concrete slugs instead of warheads. Message received. Every cell on that ship is now a coffin if Japan wants it to be. Secondary explosions ripped the superstructure anyway. Stored ordnance cooked off like the 4th of July. Lhasa limped away, trailing fire, radar blind, comms dark. Weibo went darker than Pyongyang at midnight. The Great Firewall worked overtime. The White House got flash traffic. The Pentagon War Room did spit takes. Indopacom's commander asked the question on everyone's mind. Since when does Japan have submerged F-35s? Answer: since they decided peace through superiority beats peace through parchment. Tokyo wasn't finished. 12 hours later, JS Ōryū surfaced 400 miles east of Okinawa in broad daylight, cameras rolling. Hatches opened. One Raijin landed vertically on a temporary deck mat, folded its wings and rolled into the hangar like it was coming home from Costco. JMSDF tweeted a single emoji, plus GPS coordinates. Translation: we own the sea and the sky. Questions? Beijing panicked crimson. Plan Northern Theater Command ordered every surface group south of Tsushima Strait to cold iron status, no emissions. Satellites counted 38 warships suddenly playing dead in port. China filed an emergency UN complaint. Japan militarism renaissance. Tokyo replied with a 400-page white paper titled, Freedom of Navigation in Our Own Backyard. Deal with it. Lessons learned. First, quiet professionals throw the best surprise parties. Japan spent 2 decades pretending to be Switzerland with islands, then dropped the mask and delivered pain. Second, underwater air power just rewrote every naval planner's nightmare list. One Soryu-X can neuter an entire carrier battle group without ever showing a periscope. Third, real deterrence isn't about what you admit you have, it's about what the other guy discovers at 3 a.m. when his billion-dollar destroyer becomes a flaming PowerPoint slide. And the kicker? 3 more Soryu-X boats, JS Ōryū, Kenryu, and Soryu, are already at sea. Nobody knows where. Nobody knows what they're carrying tonight. Maybe another 4 Raijin each. Maybe something worse. All we know is the East China Sea has a new apex predator, and it doesn't surface for applause. Sleep well, Beijing. The dragons you woke don't breathe fire. They breathe stealth.